Hello everybody and welcome back to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm a D&D sex icon, and we're back today for another episode of Judge Dredd, Assault on Justice. And oh boy, has the Justice been assaulted for the past couple of weeks while Judge Kane has been away. But we'll get more into that in a moment and what shenanigans these guys have been getting up to for the past couple of weeks. But let's go around the cast and the crew. Let's remind ourselves of who we are and who we're going to be playing tonight. And we have Pruitt back with us today. Pruitt, it's been too long, my friend. How's it been?
It's been quite too long. Justice has been served, but I think it's probably been served a little lukewarm. So it's time to get back in here and heat it up a bit and see if we can't get a nice a stew a la Justice. I don't know what I was going with there. Anyway, I'm Pruitt. It's good to be back. Sometimes they don't work out. That's fine. You just keep going, and that's life. Back to you, Will.
Fantastic. Poignant. And of course, we have Callum back with us today. Callum, how's it going, my friend?
It's going very well. I'm very happy that we finally announced the Wizards of the Coast event we're going to have in London with a lot of lovely folks. Set in Phoenix, TJ Storm, Cognitive Merchant, World Anvil, Eurogamer, Grant Howitt, and myself. Panel. I'm sorry to announce it's already fully booked, but you can join us afterwards at 7:30. We're working on the detail, but there will be an after party, so people who are not booked, you should be able to join us.
Fantastic.
Awesome. I cannot wait to tell the story of Fair. Why is he still a judge? How is that possible?
Hey, we're going to get into it today after his brush. It's more than a brush with addiction, I would say. It's a mop of addiction that he's been soaking up for weeks now. Fantastic. We, of course, have Shauna back with us tonight. Shauna, how's it going?
Going pretty good. Weather's cooperating. It's not insanely hot to wear the cool costume tonight, but I am playing Judge Fremont, the psychic judge. When everything is falling apart, glad to have Judge Kane back, dispense justice even harder, retrieve from chaos.
Absolutely, yes. Before we get started today, and I remind you guys of what these guys have been up to, I remind you, of course, that we're here sponsored today by Ian Publishing, the folks behind Judge Dredd and the Worlds of 2000 AD, which is the game that we're playing here today. If you want to go and check it out, you can get the quick starts on Drive for RPG, bring up the PDF, have a read through while we're playing tonight's game, and start to understand some of the rules. It's a really fun game that we've been enjoying here for several weeks now, and we highly recommend that you guys check it out, especially if you're a fan of Judge Dredd, or if you just like blowing up robots like some of us here. Blowing up robots is a big part of my hobbies, so that's why Judge Dredd is such a great game for me. But definitely go check it out. Those guys are fantastic. And of course, our sponsors over at Fantasy Grounds have just finished up their Kickstarter. Let's click on it here and see how much money they raised on their Fantasy Grounds Unity Kickstarter. It was just about $509,000 by the looks of things. That's what, $500,000? Oh my goodness. So yes, Fantasy Grounds Unity is a thing which is coming shortly, but you can download the free version of Fantasy Grounds right now on Steam or via their website, fantasygrounds.com. Keep an eye out for when Fantasy Grounds Unity launches. That's going to be changing a lot of things about Fantasy Grounds, which are currently in the current version, rather. What else? WhalenGames.co.uk is a go-to destination for tabletop war games, board games, and more, up to 20% off the retail value. And of course, whenever we hit 20 retweets, then we'll give away a set of tabletop loot dice. So if you haven't retweeted this tweet yet, go ahead and do so. Let's get it started, and let's give away some dice today. But for a quick recap of what happened last week on the show, we did CSI Mega City 1. And we had two guest judges, Charlie's Judge Nova and Hollowtail's Judge Grimm. And it turns out that their former captain, Judge Salem, had been killed. Dun, dun, dun! And they had to solve the case. The case eventually led them to unrooting an evil judge within the Internal Affairs Department, no less. Judge Lockwell was brought to justice in what can only be described as a confusing case in all circumstances. In fact, Judge Fair broke in at the last minute, trying to save the rest of the party and two of the children that were at stake, but ended up failing miserably and getting shot with a
What?
machine gun turret. And well, okay, he
saved
saved
the
the
day.
day.
My
with
sacrifice
his
saved
body.
the day. Beautiful
Depending
speech.
on what you think about it, Judge Fair's intervention was either divine or completely unnecessary. But either way, he has been regarded as something of a hero, though his drug addiction has, at this point, got him into some fairly hot water with the Internal Affairs Department. He was briefly in an ISO queue before being released by Judge Quarter, and now may very well be facing the consequences of some of his actions of just being an absolute meat shield in this case. Judge Kane, meanwhile, while this case was going on, Judge Kane was reassigned to fight on the front lines of Mega City 1, because of course the robot wars are waging and raging, and they need all the help that they can get, especially for a combat judge such as Judge Kane. But yeah, that's where things stand right now. They solved the case, but oh yeah, of course the big reveal was that Judge Womack was actually behind the whole thing. So their old nemesis, like a Scooby-Doo villain, is behind all of the things that are going wrong in Mega City 1 right now. So we're gonna jump forwards in time a little bit, rather than picking up immediately where we left off. So we'll jump ahead 2 weeks. And we want to go around, and I want to sort of learn a little bit about the aftermath of this encounter from last week, and what you guys are doing, and how you've been processing everything that's happened. Let's start off with Judge Fair, because I think you had something in mind, Callum, for him, and what might be going on with Judge Fair.
Well, I think the situation of Judge Fair has been very delicate. Definitely his addiction is a problem with him keeping his station as a street judge. However, his recent sacrifice and also the popularity of his podcast Inside of Me with Judge Fair has made it so that actually he has attracted a kind of sympathy, if not, he's kind of fashionable right now at Mega City 1, and the citizens were very keen to support him. And in these times of trouble with the robot and everything, well, the judicial system is not keen on having to deal with too many things at once. So they're keeping Judge Fair, who again is popular on the platform for making drug addictions a healthcare problem rather than a criminal one.
Right.
But yeah,
he's like an advocate, a campaigner now.
Yeah, he's kind of on the bench. They put him on the side. Also, he hasn't been a street judge for 2 weeks. He has put some weight, although it was only 2 weeks. It's quite impressive. Maybe it's the drug addiction. The only thing is that he's a bit depressed because he's been forbidden to continue his show Inside of Me with Judge Fair, which actually it was illegal, and that the judicial system won't accept.
No, definitely not. That was definitely over the line. Okay, so sort of rehabilitated, now a campaigner. Judge Fair is fighting the good fight in a city full of robots. His main concern right now is drug awareness. There may be some more pressing concerns, so maybe Judge Fair hasn't gotten quite the recognition that he might like at this point, but at least he's still a serving officer of the law, despite having dallied with stepping over the line. Okay, what about Judge Fremont? What's Fremont been up to for the past couple of weeks?
I think Fremont's probably been judging a lot more harshly. She's been more apt to go to the mind reads for preemptive, and then just brutally taking down anybody that is even thinking about breaking the law at this point, considering that there are not that many judges out there, the robots are out there, and there's a big corrupt judge problem happening. So she's more than ready to keep tabs on the other judges, which includes Judge Fair, making sure Judge Fair is staying on his, rehabilitation, not slipping back up, because we know certain robot doctors have been slipping him milk for a while. That stops now. We need him in fighting shape soon.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. So that makes sense. And so Judge Kane, you've been out on the front lines. Word of the case has sort of filtered back to you, even here on the front lines, and now you're returning back to your old department. How does Judge Kane feel about this?
Well, as you can see from his battle damaged helmet, isn't that pretty cool? He has been nonstop on the front lines, fighting robots, big, small, everything in between, and he might have gotten a bit of a rep recently, as he's just there is literally no mercy left in him after this, and now coming back, hearing tale of his old nemesis, Womack, and the fact that he could get back in the system. There's obviously something wrong with the system, and so it's time for a cleaning. It's spring, baby. Let's break out the brooms and the mops and the push brooms and the brushes.
Fantastic. So let's actually start then with all of you have been brought back to the Hall of Justice for your latest assignment after some much needed leave for Judge Fair and Judge Fremont and some time Judge Kane on the front lines. You're back now, and Judge Kane, you're walking through the halls of the Department of Justice, and there in your usual room, which no longer Judge Salem sits in, you're actually yet to be reassigned a captain. You see Judge Fremont and Judge Fair also awaiting a meeting with another judge higher up in the ranks, but you don't know who it is yet. So Judge Kane, you see the two of them there before you. Haven't seen him for a couple of weeks. Lots going on. What do you do?
Well, he'll come up into the room and look at both of them. It's nice seeing you again. How have y'all fared in this whole thing?
Well, mission accomplished.
It certainly looks that way.
Yeah, you look at Judge Fair. Actually, he's wearing his Kevlar and everything, but he's got a short sleeve shirt on top of it and kind of a Hawaiian t-shirt. But he's still got his helmet. It's a bit, they sort of put me on the bench. But there's one addiction no one will take from me. That's my addiction to justice.
That is true. It's an addiction you shouldn't withdraw from at all. But I didn't know it was Casual Friday. He kind of looks him up and down in his Hawaiian shirt and everything.
We deal in our own ways. One way to get across.
Well, I'm kind of here, incognito. That might be useful. But he's wearing his helmet, so...
Just imagining a judge in a helmet with a Hawaiian shirt.
Oh no, it's gonna make him even more of a target. Look at we're all dark and just have wearing this bright colored shirt.
No,
Oh, this poor man.
He's not got armor.
The surgeons told me I've been deaf for a few seconds. Definitely puts life into perspective.
Yeah, I can imagine. Have you heard any more news about this Womack? They have a line on him.
Well, no news, good news.
Oh, I don't know about
Maybe
that.
he learned his lesson.
He obviously didn't. I put him in the cubes once. I'm not going to make that mistake again. Next time he's going down.
They're probably laying low considering... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'll say they're probably laying low considering Judge Salem and whatnot.
Yeah. It's a bummer out.
Yeah. At this point, you see Denny. He looks a little different from the last time you've seen him. Previously, he was sort of, raggedly dressed, looked like he'd just woken up 5 minutes ago all the time with some coffee and a robot nearby, kind of overwhelmed looking, slightly bewildered. He still looks bewildered and stressed, but now he's wearing a proper suit of judge armor. And he even has the helmet on for once, not showing his sort of teenage, scruffy, not really a beard, which is underneath. But nonetheless, you can still recognize him. And he steps in. He's like, good morning, everyone. Judge Kane, good to see you again. How's it going?
Denny, I didn't recognize you. You look like a judge.
Yeah. Well, after everything went down, I had to go through a retraining course and, really refocus on the things that matter.
Well, at least you got the uniform down. One step. And he kind of looks over at Judge Fair. Some people forget that.
Yeah, Denny looks at Judge Fair as well. Well, I'm all about the regulations nowadays. Yeah, am I right? Just trying to make it to working for the weekend. Am I right?
Yeah. Just remember, Denny, it's not just about the stuff; it's about the deeds. Need to perform
you
in
don't
the
gotta
line
tell
of
me
duty.
I'm all about deeds. Speaking of which, I've after I went for the rehabilitation, retraining course, they reassigned me away from just the tech stuff, and with Judge Salem's position open, I'm meant to be a temporary replacement until we can find a permanent one. We've lost a lot of judges in the wars at the moment, so there's not a lot of candidates going around. And to be honest, I was the only one that applied for the job. I didn't even apply for it myself. Someone applied for me. So
Wait there.
here we are.
Wait.
That happened quite a bit with you there, Judge Denny.
You're in charge
Yeah, I
now.
guess so. Yeah.
Congratulations,
I'm your captain.
Denny. I'm
Appreciate
happy
it.
I filled that application for you. I knew you had the right stuff.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I thought that it was time for you to step up, but no more copying people that Jack Womack into your eaves, right?
Oh yeah. No, part of the retraining was to make sure I didn't CC anyone on things that I shouldn't be CCing them on, because I did a lot of that, accidentally before. But we're tight on personnel, so they said to me, Denny, there's no one else that can do this, so you're the only one that can do this. We hope you can do this. If you don't, then it's if I fail, it's 20 years in an ISO cube. So. kind of stakes got higher. Anyway, about your assignment today, I've got an assignment for you. Isn't that exciting? Our first assignment all together.
I can't wait.
Yes, thrilled.
Back in the field.
Now we're definitely putting you back in the field today. So, the war with the robots between you and me in this private room without anyone getting CC'd on a conversation, if you know what I mean. The war isn't going too well. I mean, Judge Kane, you've been out there on the front lines. You've probably seen seen it yourself, but it's not looking good out there. They're gaining ground on us every day, and they're pushing us back to the Hall of Justice. I mean, you guys struck a big blow against them with that that Megabot stuff, but. You guys are just a couple of people, and there's a whole fucking city which is turning against us. Anyway, all of this to say, today we're gonna land a big blow against the Robos. Okay, sound good?
Oh,
I'm all ears.
going on the offensive.
What you have in mind?
I've picked a bold strategy. You see, the robots. Let me ask you this: what is something that robots don't like?
Water.
Yes. What's another thing robots don't like? That goes with water. Electricity. That's right. Electricity is something that robots don't like when it's with water. So I think you know what I'm
Smart.
getting at.
You're going to throw
Yeah.
a pool party.
You're gonna flood the city and electrocute everyone.
Well, not exactly flood the city, but there's a weather station, a weather control system that floats high above Mega City 1. Sometimes it's so high in the clouds you can't even see it, but on a good day, you can see it. It's high enough not to be an obstacle to air traffic, but not so high it needs environmental controls inside. You see, the only access is by shuttle or similar, some kind of flying machine. It's got a central tower where the main control systems are, an outer ring containing stores, offices, corridors, etc., and these different spokes, 8 of them, which connect the tower and the outer ring and go on to form the docking bay for the shuttles. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is from this weather station, you can create an electrical storm. I mean, I could. You guys, not so much, but I could definitely do it. This storm would be big enough to blow out at least a whole section of the city and neutralize a bunch of robots. I mean, we're talking thousands here, hundreds of thousands potentially if we aim the storm right. Sounds great, but the only catch is that we're not currently in control of the weather control system. It's currently in control by the robots, so getting it back isn't exactly going to be easy.
So we got to get in, take control, and then change the weather.
Exactly. It's simple but brilliant. Okay, if we get to the control system, we can bring it, and once the storm's going, it's not like they're going to be able to turn it off. Except, once we do turn it on, there's likely to be a whole lot of resistance sent flying our way, so we're either going to need to hold down the fort for a while, or we're going to need to get the hell out of there as soon as we turn the thing on. Oh, and I also am going to have to be there in person to do this. I can't hack it remotely. So you guys are going to have to take me along.
Well, as long as you can hack it in the field, that's all I care about. What about civilians, innocent bystanders? If this storm is violent enough to take these things out?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the electrical storm is definitely gonna take out the robots, but that amount of electricity flowing through the whole city is likely to cause some, let's call it collateral damage.
I mean, the latest forecast was that they estimate that we lose 500 citizens per hour. If we save those 500 with the storm by taking down the robots, even if that means 499 casualties, that means we save 1 person per hour. That's priceless. It's just, we need to do the math. Did you do the math, Denny? Does this work out?
If I told you yes, would you be happy?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I've done the math.
That's great, Denny. You make me very happy.
Great. So, any questions?
Is there any word about Judge Judy?
Yeah, she's still on a different mission, I understand. It's above even my clearance level, so it's definitely above yours. It could be something to do with internal affairs. I know you guys had a run-in with them not too long ago now, so I don't know.
Guys. I really like Judge Grimm. I think we had a connection going on there. Pity he had to leave. I mean, Judge Nova was fine too, but it's just things clicked really with Grimm.
Yeah, no, I understand. So with that being said, we're gonna need some equipment for this. So if you guys want to check out the equipment locker, take something that you need. Might be fun to play with, because no, seriously, this is gonna be pretty tough for us. I mean, Judge Fair gets shut up pretty bad most days, it seems like, and this is probably gonna be one of those times. So if you want to bring some, meds, that might be a good idea. Or I don't know if the drugs are sort of off the table right now, but yeah. So I'm excited about being the captain. It's gonna be fun.
Fun.
Yeah,
That's a good word for it. Fun.
Yeah.
probably not the one I would have chosen, but it's close enough.
Amazing then. Yeah. I understand. So it's kind of hard to put into words how great it is. How much I feel like
incredible. Yeah, incredible. That's closer.
Incredible. Like you can barely believe it's happening, you know?
Yes, or that it has any credit at all.
Yes.
Right. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a lot of it's a lot of responsibility, Denny. I've seen people crack under pressure. I'm sure you can handle it.
Yeah, no, I feel so ready, you know, an intensive weekend training course. I mean, it was wild. I climbed up a wall of rocks, like one of those rock climbing, walls. Actually outside. I mean, it was inside, and it was sort of like these sort of like plastic rock shapes, and I sort of lifted myself up. I mean, I didn't exactly lift myself up. I mean, there was someone at the top who's lifted me up as well, and then they sort of let me down again. And it just changed me. I feel like a real leader now.
And after like a 2-second pause, Kane just walks out of the room and heads towards the equipment, like the armory. He just leaves.
See you soon, Captain.
Okay, I'll see you in the field. You guys get down to the equipment. And I'll meet you down there in a bit. Got some files to check, and you guys head down to the equipment locker.
Yeah.
So
Once alone.
As soon as Fremont catches up to me, I'm just gonna like turn on heel. What the fuck is going on around here?
This place has gone to shit ever since Judge Salem was killed. Seems like we run out of good judges faster than I thought. Figured somebody would be there. I didn't expect it to be him. But he does have a good idea. I hate to say it.
yeah, it's tough out there. It's been the survival of the fit. I think we should prepare for this mission. Do you have any good where the team pun we could drop on the bad guys?
Well, if this is a weather station, we don't want to do too much. Have too many explosions going on. But
Oh my god, we could do Anchorman. Wait a minute. You guys just need to pretend to be weather forecasters. The genius of it. Robot weather forecasters and blow it up from the inside, yeah.
and then a rival team shows up, and we do the alley fight.
Perfect.
Confession: I haven't seen Anchorman.
It's it's funny. It's worth it.
It's worth a watch.
All right. So we need to get some proper equipment to take on robots. But I don't think there should be a lot of explosions.
No.
But I guess we need to go talk to the Armory and see what they have in the way of flying units. I know that I'm not sure if all the Lawmasters can fly, or if that was just a few of them, or if that was just that one movie.
Right. This is not technically canon, believe it or not. They will actually set you up with like flying Lawmasters if you like. You've got so this is like the XCOM bit where you can choose like allowed or stealth, because you've obviously got like the 3D print of the weather station center that you can use as well. There is a way to get into the Denny's plan involves getting into one of the docking bays with a shuttle or with a your machines, and from there infiltrating inside. Or, of course, you could take the more direct but also more heavily defended route of just heading straight to the center tower and going from there. That's really up to you guys what you're feeling would do best.
Well, I vote this should be a stealth incursion. The longer it takes them to know that anything's going wrong, the longer we have to actually implement this plan. Are there any kind of like electro grenades that are maybe like fry systems but don't explode or anything like that? Just so we can like, because what I'm thinking is we sneak in, we set like landmines, traps on the way in to cover ourselves, and that way we can hold the fort down. Because I think we should hold it until it serves its purpose. Mostly because like Kane is thinking about collateral damage. Like, I know that we've been at war for a while now and people are dying every hour, but this also could be something where, yeah, we could wipe out a whole lot of robots, but I don't trust Denny completely, and we could also wipe out a lot of people too. And so this could be, robots can be rebuilt. It takes a little longer to rebuild people. And I'm not completely convinced this couldn't easily be just a plan for the other side that we help implement.
Well, let us be there just in case.
Because then this is something they can throw on us. We kill a bunch of people with a weather satellite. Oh, the judges, something to further erode the trust in the Hall of Justice.
Yes. The judge that has a drug problem, of course. Easy fall guy for this.
Yep. No offense, fair. But yeah. So whatever stealth apparatus that we can get would be the best.
Let's see if we can.
Side note on the stealth, I think we could take something like a force field, because if we end up being around hacking device and we need to hold the fort for a certain time, that would be nice to have. There are energy shields, there are duranium shield. They might be a bit unwieldy, but energy shields, they're just wristbands, and force fields, where you clip it at your belt and you got a force field around you. So if we had those, we could surround Denny and protect him from any kind of attack.
Yeah, just because certainly don't trust him
So
to
there
fight back
are-
or not die.
On the stealth note, in terms of the gear that's available to you, there are 2 suits of armor that are available to you, and these are like worth so much money, that are have cloaking technology on them, which renders you almost invisible. It gives you plus 3d6 bonus to checks made to hide, although you can make out the slight shimmering, so it's sort of like the stealth boy from Fallout. There are only 2 of them that they can give to you, and that's a lot of investment in the mission. So whoever is most adept at sneaking around can use those.
Or the least.
Let me think.
True. Good point.
Guys, where are you? I think I lost you. Oh, you're just there.
I mean, I have a good agility, so I mean that can. I'm decent at sneaking.
Yeah.
Do you have the skill?
I don't have the skill, but I mean I do have a 6 in agility, so I can still roll pretty high. Roll a high amount of dice.
I got a 6 in agility also.
Okay.
I do not.
Well, I mean we're still at our 5 cap, so
that's one from Freeman then.
Yeah.
To compensate for your 2.
Sounds good.
So who gets the second one? Should Denny have it?
But keep him
I
alive.
want to keep him in sight. I'm sorry, but I want to keep him in sight.
Yes. Maybe just give him my shield just in case.
Yeah, maybe he should if there is a shield available. But yeah.
Yep. Keep tabs on him. Good point. So
I'd
second.
like to take How many regenerative drugs could I
my
take along?
None. You're cut off. Nothing.
So,
I
if
mean,
if I'm hurt,
if I'm gonna need some drugs.
they are addictive
Shoot
to
yourself
class,
in the arm. Oh no.
addictive class 3, but they give you 3d6 of health.
Gotta take
It's
some
up to you
Mycopene.
if you want to take any drugs, so I will say.
I will take
And
them
up to the rest
along.
of the board.
I won't take them right away.
You're not even hurt. We just got here.
You just like
Camera-
chewing on the
Camera's on Fair. I need drugs. Cuts over to Fremont. You're not even hurt. Cuts back to Fair. Arm is bleeding.
Gun is smoking.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
Also, we should all get Magnum Pulsar because they design. These are iron weapons designed for, especially against robots.
Yes.
Oh, the melee weapon.
No, the rifles, Magnum Pulsar. It's called.
Okay, Magnum Pulsars, yeah.
Oh, there we are. Okay.
Mm.
All right.
And then I guess we take. I guess I mean, yeah. I assume the explosive bullets make more noise. I guess if you shoot your lawgiver.
Yeah, I guess the explosion would be louder. Yeah.
I think you can get suppressors for the lawgivers, so we can get suppressors.
Maybe a laser
Yep.
rifle? Hmm.
Okay, I'm taking 3 regenerative drug. You sure you don't want to take any? You two, like 1 each.
I'll take. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
one.
take one. I'll take one just since we lost our medic. So.
Mhm.
Drugs.
So when we each have energy fields and the force field.
Okay.
Okay.
Are
We
we
got
all
drugs,
getting-
force fields, guns.
Drugs, force fields, guns, stealth suits.
Mhm.
Are there? I was trying to find where the explosives were. Is there like an ion grenade?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Is there anything like that?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
So I totally lost where.
Have you got it, Sean?
Yeah, I think it was like 3d6 for like the it was ion
I think it is as
grenades.
well,
I think
yeah.
they're all in the grenade in the explosive section. I think it's above. Yep, there we go. Ion. So it's 103.
Ah,
1d6 or you know what? Electro
Yep,
grenades.
you're right.
2d6.
Yep. Electro grenades 2d6 electricity damage.
Mhm.
there we go.
Ion as well. Yeah, ion damage. That robots are vulnerable to, yeah. So yeah,
Oh, so
either of those would do. Ion or electro would be good choices for a mission like this.
Okay, I think we should do ion. Electro might blow out systems on the.
Yeah.
Well, I guess ion would too.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. All right, I'll take a few ion grenades.
I'll take 1 or 2.
That sounds
How
like the
many?
kind of like sci-fi bullshit science thing that they would say in a situation like, take the electricity ones. They're not going to blow out the circuits. Why? It's a grenade. There it is.
All right, I'm taking 2 of them as well. What should we do? What kind of guns are we taking? Are we taking the?
I mean, I got my lawgiver and I got
Yep.
an ion rifle.
Yep. Okay. Same.
We can have attached silencers onto them as well, I think.
Cool.
Let's check
Sounds good.
silencers.
I mean, that's
suppressor. Oh, I had it just then. Fuck.
That's as much as we can get, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a good.
Suppressor.
But yeah,
That's a
I got
good
everything
amount of
I need.
stuff. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, any weapon with a suppressor attached emits no sound when it's used. Yep. So it's like a little upgrade that you can easily do to that.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh, the other thing you could get as well is actually, now I'm looking at these and these are really cool, is that you can get a stealthy weapon, which is composed of materials which do not register on security scanners. Doesn't pass the visual inspection, but basically like just doesn't show up when it's like hidden in your pocket and there's a scanner on you. You may need to go through some kind of like scanning field somewhere in the block. So they'll upgrade that to stealthy as well because I just think that's cool.
Okay. Cool.
So at this point, you guys are like getting geared up. Denny comes back in. He's got his own gear ready, and he's like, "So I guess we're just gonna take the lawmats. We're gonna fly him up there to the station. We're gonna sneak our way inside, and get to the weather control system, start the electrostorm, and hold down the place. Do you think it might be worth?" I was thinking of bringing along some of these booby traps, and he kind of shows his jacket, which has all of these explosives inside, so I can lay these down when we're trying to hold down the place. In case anyone comes along, they trip up on it. Boom. They go boom.
How do you think you could maybe put those in a place that won't disable the station itself? So we don't want to bring it down with us inside of it, right?
Yeah, true. Unless we want to set the whole thing to blow, and then they can't even stop it.
Is that an option? We can start the storm. What happens to the storm then? Does it just keep
Does the storm
going?
keep going?
I mean, eventually, all energy has to go out somewhere. It's not going to last forever. It's not a self. It doesn't create its own energy source. So no, give it a day or a week or two, and it'll shut itself off eventually. It might kill some people. Actually,
That doesn't seem like an option.
Yeah, let's save that for absolute worst case scenario. That's Plan Z. We're gonna call that Plan Z, and let's try to get through all the other letters of the alphabet first. But I do think that some booby traps are good. Maybe we can alter these traps to. Can you do electricity damage, or is it only explosive?
I could try and I could do some electricity damage. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's try for that. But we'll give you the time that you need, Denny, so you can get the job.
So it's like a grenade, but you don't pull the pin and throw it. You just wait for someone to step on it. You see, it's like a trap, I suppose. Maybe you're not familiar with the concept. It's pretty advanced technology, actually. I learned about it on my training course.
Right. You can regale us with the intricacies of that on the way.
Okay. So you guys excited? Are you ready?
Yeah, I just need to go to the restroom right quick. I'll be back.
Denny,
Okay.
have you been in live fire before?
Have I been under fire before? I mean,
Yes.
There was this one exercise we did which involved, those foam guns, and you kind of they got little discs in them, little discs of foam, and that was pretty intense. I gotta say. Then the laser tag afterwards.
I'm gonna take my gun out and shoot near him.
Ah! he panics. What the hell was that? What the hell are you doing?
People are gonna these robots will actually be shooting at you. Keep your head, or I'll keep it for you.
Well, yeah, okay. Do I get one of those cloaking suits, or are you guys using them?
We're using them. Just try to be. I know it's gonna be very hard for you, but be as quiet as you can.
Oh, that's gonna be easy. I'm a quiet guy. I speak a lot of the time.
Pat, I'd
Actually,
hate for the
it's-
position of captain to be open again after it's been filled so soon.
Oh, me too. Because that would mean I'd probably be dead.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh, dear.
Don't worry, Denny.
It's a-
We're looking after you.
There's someone I can trust, Judge Fair. I know you'll never let me down.
Yeah, I would stand between you and anyone who would try to shoot you.
I believe that,
Anyone?
especially
Nice
after
job.
all of the times you've done that for other people that you didn't even know.
That's the thing. When you're a judge, you get to step in the line of fire. Sometimes, literally. Sometimes figuratively also, but that's much less of a sacrifice.
Oh, wow, that's nice. Should write that down. I mean, I guess maybe you could write a book, seeing as you can't do that podcast anymore after all of the, all those people came forward about that,
Denny, please don't mention the podcast. Still hurts. I mean, the gun wounds hurts more, especially without the painkillers. But yeah, the podcast being gone, it's leaving a void inside of me.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty well done. It kept me through a few long nights out on the front lines.
Thanks, Kane. So we got still the second stealth suit. So we sure we don't want to give it to Denny and not have to worry about him getting shot. Because if he gets shot, even if the three of us survive, we're screwed. Anything with that station.
That's very true. So Kane is going to go back to the quartermaster or whatever, away from everyone, and request a very simple tracker.
Okay. Absolutely.
And then he's going to put it in the stealth suit and make sure it's working properly.
Yes.
And then he will bring that back and be like, I want to make sure we can keep an eye on Denny.
Good thinking.
Good thinking, yes.
Then he gets in the suit and he's like, it's kind of uncomfy back here. There's something back here. Oh well.
It's all right. They'll cover that your next weekend for your update at your judges training.
Judge camp. Yeah.
Yes, Judge Weekend Camp. That's what they're calling it now.
That's exactly what they're calling it, actually. Yeah, I got a flyer if you want one. Yeah, I can't see a flyer. Maybe you guys could come along sometime. I mean, I don't mean to be rude or anything. I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers, but I haven't seen you guys in one of these, and all of the judges go to them, and people aren't saying that you guys aren't real judges. That's not what people are saying, but they're just saying that all real judges go to these events. Maybe you guys have been, I don't want to.
Well, Denny, excuse me, Captain Denny. Excuse me, Acting Captain Denny.
That's the one.
I've been a little busy the last few weeks, killing robots day and night. So
I understand, man.
But I'm sure
I
we can work
understand.
on the drawings later.
I'm definitely not the one leading the charge here on that. I gotta say, that's not coming from me. It's just passing along the word that some people are saying. Guys gotta. Maybe I know you guys have been busy. You can take some time and actually focus on your on your job, on your career, because what's more important, And next week we're gonna go make a campfire. That's right, the law. Yeah. And I'm not saying it's your legal requirement to show up to these things either. That's not what I'm saying either. I'm just saying.
I know it's not a legal requirement.
It's not a bad idea, Denny. I mean, when we see what happened to those poor bastard of Lockwell, picking up kids who were not his own, to commute with them, I mean, he just lost it. And we were fooled because judges don't actually have kids, and we didn't realize that. But, so I think a tiny bit of socializing that might help. We can get around in a circle, talk about our problems,
absolutely,
our anxieties, our dreams maybe, our favorite laws we like to enforce.
We learned a lot. There was a whole campfire section, and there was, one judge was there with his acoustic guitar, and I just felt like I learned a lot about how to execute the law from that song. It's kind of like a parable song, where it teaches you stuff as well, and that's just, invaluable. That's something you can't learn out there. You've got to learn it in the comfort of a weekend retreat.
Denny, You need to sing me a verse now. I want to hear that song so much.
And I would love to. I tell you that much. I would absolutely love to. But I really think we ought to be focusing on this mission here. You know what? If you show up to the next one, maybe we could sing it together.
Was it perchance? I really like that song. I am the low and the low one. I am the low and the low one.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And there's a lot of acoustic tracks out there, which we're playing. Some Beatles covers, that kind of stuff. It's kind of like a little band, I guess. But anyway, I guess we should probably get
that
on
old
with
song from the Beatles. Hey, Judge, don't take it back.
Fremont just thinking about how long this ride up to this satellite's going to be with.
It hasn't even started.
Yeah, the acute observer would notice that Judge Kane's trigger finger is like twitching next to his lawmaster as he's staring at Judge Denny, just like.
Just a little
Sorry,
push.
but with
little
old
push
podcast
can
being
make
a little
happen.
glowful, I've been listening to a lot of radio music. So
I listen
don't
to
like
a lot of
modern
Radio
music.
4.
I only like the classics.
Silence.
Okay, so looks like enough chit-chatting, you bunch. It's time to get to work. Hate to be the hard ass around here, but someone's got to get the job done here.
Right.
Hate to crack the whip, but guys want to get on the lawmasters and get to this mission now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kane
that's
has already
good.
got his stuff bagged up, ready, and he's walking out the door.
Okay. Denny runs after you to catch up, and you get to your lawmasters. It's it shouldn't be too long a journey upwards, but you are going to need to remain undetected during your ascent up through the clouds to the weather control station. Denny says they're likely going to be keeping an eye out, maybe even monitoring the that's a hard word to say in this accent. The vehicles that are coming close by. If they don't register as robots, I'm going to show up as bad. So what I've done is I've programmed our lawmasters to register as robots, but I had a little bit of help with that. And you see Walter, the robot, who is now sort of working on the lawmasters. He's got, despite being robotic, he's got a greasy rag thrown over one shoulder. His robotic sleeves are rolled up, and he's about 3 times as jacked as he was last time. His mustache is gone, and now he's clean shaven, and his head as well. And he says, good to see you again. It's me, Walter, but now I'm a mechanical engineer, and I fix things.
So you don't make drinks anymore, huh?
The only drink I make is oil lubricant for machines. It comes right out of my chamber here. Previously, I used to serve chai. Now there's just sweet, sweet lubricant for the machines. Yeah, so I fixed him. After all of the business with the drugs, I had to reprogram him a bit, changes, away from the whole butler thing, because he kind of got a bit, Breaking Bad there for a minute, and now he's fixed. Now he's just
We're the best.
skinhead. Yeah. Okay, so let's go. I'm sure Walter's fixed these right up. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about there.
I'm sure.
Trust him.
Yeah.
Trust him so much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Kane will
All right,
just
then.
start doing the checks on his lawmaster to get ready to go.
Yeah. So what I'd like from the group of you as we set off here is my skill sheet what's the writing one? Agility based check for riding the lawmaster up into the very clouds themselves.
Ooh, and I have a writing +1.
Ooh.
Nice. Oh, here we go.
Oh, I got +1.
Oh, that's not bad.
Sorry, which attribute you said?
Agility.
Agility. Ooh.
Agility.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
1 second. There you go. 15.
Oh, hey, great rolls around. There's a what's up, Cliff Monkey? Good to see you, buddy. 16 from Judge Fremont, a 19 from Judge Kane, and a 15 from Judge Fair. So immediately you set off with your lawmasters, with Denny in not in the lead, but certainly supposedly in charge. You head up through the clouds and feel the cool winds buffeting your helmets and devices. And you see, coming out from the clouds, the weather control station, these 8 different sort of towers which run around the exterior of the central weather control system. They seem to be hanging there in orbits together, just above the cloud line. And you can see like little gnats around it, flying robot drones of Call Me Kenneth's army far above. And pressing onwards, following the navigation route on the Lawmasters, you guys go undetected and quickly into the docking bay of one of the exterior towers. As you come to a stop, you find yourselves in one of those like Star Wars style docking chambers and land your lawmasters inside. There's no one else around here, but you're expecting resistance further on inside. As you stop and look around, you see several doors leading out of here, which are locked and require passcodes to break through, either with force or possibly with some hacking. As you get off the lawmasters, then he says, okay, we're inside. We're gonna have to make our way to the central chamber and probably go real quiet, because if we get caught in here, then we have to get all the way back to these lawmasters to get the hell out of here, and they're kind of far away. So you guys want to lead the way? You want to take point in this one, maybe?
Yeah, I'll use the stealth suit to scout ahead, try to find the clearest path to the control room, and kind of bring up the schematics on my little arm pad and try to go ahead and plot a route that's the quickest there. And like I said, I'll take the lead and turn on the stealth suit.
Oh, so Fremont doesn't have a stealth suit then?
I have a set.
You have one also?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we didn't give one to
so
Danny.
there were two. We didn't give one to Danny.
Oh.
If you want it, that's fine.
Oh, no. Well, then no, never mind. If you have it, then if you want to take the lead, go for it.
No, you go. Yeah, I guess Judge Fiam will just kind of like activate the suit and just kind of like just scout out ahead, try and make a little noise.
Yeah, give me a stealth check, which is I think it's also agility, but you get plus 3d6 bonus dice to them.
Okay, that's good. That is very good.
It's your cloaking
Another
suit.
One. Ooh. 17.
It's pretty good, actually. So, Denny hacks one of the doors to let you further through, and on along these sort of like joining tunnels towards the central chamber. Immediately upon opening that door, about 30 feet down the hallway, you see one Octobot on guard. Currently, however, as you look closer, its red eyes, which are normally there and alive, are closed as though it were charging. It does not appear to be moving right now, but its sudden appearance as you enter into the hallway definitely startles you for a second. As you remember the damage done by its multiple limbs, as these pretty horrific bots have done a number on the group before. How do you proceed?
Yeah, so Fremont doubles back to the group and just says, it's another one of those Octobots. Seems to be inactive. Should we find another way, or should we take advantage of its state? Oh.
I think we should take advantage of its state, because either way an alarm is eventually going to get triggered. And so we'll eventually have to fight it. Denny, do you think maybe there's something you can do, since it's, you said it's inactive right now? Fremont? So maybe, is there some way you can maybe turn that thing off? Does it have an off switch?
An off switch? No, but I could probably hack it at least for a while. We could, maybe even take control of it for ourselves.
Well, if you can hack it and we can take control ourselves, then we can have it lead the way.
Okay. I'm gonna have to be real careful with it, because there is a slight chance that me doing this would wake it up. Just so we're clear. I'm pretty good at hacking.
Get to it.
Oh, I have to be right up to it. I gotta get into its system. These things are all analog, baby.
All right, we can cover you then. Make sure.
Okay, I'll turn on my stealth suit while I do it. Then
Just be ready to dodge.
Good call.
And get cover if anything happens.
And we'll cover you with the rifles from afar.
Yeah,
And,
we take all the time to aim.
Yeah, Kane will stay back with Fair, and we'll cover him from a distance.
Okay. Let's see how well Judge Denny can roll. I'll get 6 dice on this.
Actually, I'll go with Denny and make kind of like stick. I'll get closer just to make sure he can stay alive.
Yeah. He rolls a 18 and uses his hacking kits to slowly but surely, with the care and attention of someone who's done this before and who's familiar with using robotics like this, you see suddenly the eyes of the Octobot flicker on, and its eyes turn from red to green as they look at you. Oh, I did it! It's here. It's gonna obey our commands, right? Octobot, roll out. And the Octobot begins to roll. See, I think I did it, guys. Wow,
Good job, Denny.
Maybe all of those self-affirmations I said this morning are finally paying off.
Well, it's good to have a positive mental attitude, Denny. It'll take you far in life.
Yeah, I mean, I feel a whole lot better after that weekend retreat. I mean, I could never have done this before. Oh, so we should stay quiet, right? Because there could be more of them around.
Of course.
Okay. You got it.
Okay, what do you want me to tell it?
You should tell it to head to the control room. Y'all can follow it with the stealth suits just to make sure, and we'll follow at a distance, but should at least clear the way or see things coming before we do.
Okay. I'll send it ahead, and I'll be able to see. We'll be able to see through its eyes and control it, but like a video game. You guys play video games?
No.
I've never had the chance, no.
Oh, man. Part of the weekend retreat, it's a LAN party. It was so much fun. And we just all got together, all of us judges, multiple TVs, a bunch of popcorn, got in some pizzas and some food, and we just went down. Back on mission. Okay, okay, we're gonna send it ahead, and this, and he brings up the equivalent of an iPad, is the vision of the Octobot. See, and looking for you see yourselves, which is what the Octobot is currently looking at. As it rolls out further towards the central chamber, you get a blurry vision as it's sort of going around. It stops when it comes to a set of like a sealed sort of blast door, and stops there for a moment. Denny punches in some numbers and letters on his iPad, and the robot opens up the door by issuing a command sequence. As the door peels back, you see into the central chamber of the weather station. Inside of here, there are no less than 3 other Octobots in this room, far more than you feel comfortable with taking on, especially having dealt with just one of them. That was pretty nasty. Also in this room are several sort of worker droids and robots, which are just working on the computers like sort of peons. They are just sort of going over and over and controlling the weather of the station. They're no threat physically. They can't really attack you, and they're much weaker than the average human, but these are the tech geeks that are running this place. In the center of this room is someone that at this point I think only Judge Kane would recognize, as it is Judge Womack. Judge Kane, do you want to describe to us what Judge Womack looks like?
Judge Womack is an older gentleman. He's in his like mid 50s. Not sure how prison was to him. Probably not too good, but he was pretty hale and hearty when he trained Kane. Kind of grayish hair. I imagined him as like a younger, like Sean Connery-esque, something like that.
Yeah.
In his mature prime. Something along those lines. But yeah, again, he was in the cubes for a while, so I don't know how that would have changed his appearance.
Yeah, I think sort of sunken and somewhat more sort of pallid and unhealthy looking, with a lust for vengeance in his eyes. And you hear through the tinny speakers of the Octobot registering the voice, you hear him say, "Finish up in here as fast as you can. I want this system set to blow. I want all of Mega City 1 to be engulfed in this electro storm we're creating here, my friends. Remember, death to the fleshy ones." And you see that he's got this sort of robotic arm, which he's using to gesticulate with at the moment. And he has a slightly sort of cyborg look to him at this point now as well, which is definitely quite troubling, like he's a mutant. And he says, "I'll expect a report in the hour. I have other plans." And you see him walking out of the far door, and presumably to another docking bay in the station. And then he says, "Okay, so what do you want to do now? Who was that? Who was that weird guy?"
I don't know, Denny. He's the one that got you into the Hall of Justice. That was Womack.
That was Womack? I barely recognized him.
That's
You know what I find interesting, Denny?
Yeah. What?
Is he just said he was going to do what we're here to do. Is there a reason for that you can explain, Judge Denny?
Lots of people have great ideas, great minds think alike. Maybe. What do you think? Do you think he's hacked us? Do you think he's heard our plan?
I'm going to turn and look at Fremont. Judge. Is there...
Denny.
Thank you.
Yes. What you say?
No. I was literally about to tell you to scan his brain.
Yeah. Oh. No, it's like, Denny, why would someone want to leave this? Set this electro storm, not intending to save people. What would be the reason?
Well, I mean, if they were to start the storm themselves and they left it, but they kept going with it. They kept controlling the storm with this unit here, with all of those droid robots, and they could keep the storm going forever. I mean, on its own, if you just left it, it would take all the power away. But if you kept creating more storms, then I mean, in theory, things could get pretty bad forever. So
Yeah.
I guess that's why, right?
Yeah.
Here's the
Needs
problem.
a plan, like a master plan.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
Master
seem to be
plan.
concerned with robots. And so if we're going to do what they're going to do, but not as much, how can we kill robots with this storm?
Well, part of our plan was that, I guess, the robot. Well, if they know it's coming, they're gonna be sheltered. Our plan was to surprise them, but they stole our surprise by surprising us.
They might have vacated the city in parts where they're gonna launch the storm. They know where it's going. They can get their guys out of there. But you know, they're gonna. I mean, yeah, that's all I can think about, really.
So what needs to happen is we need to draw them out.
Right.
We need.
Right.
Also.
Yeah, you're right, because they're all
Is
going
there
to
a way
be
that
expecting it.
Is there a way that maybe you can trigger like a proximity alert in one of the docking bays on the far side of the station? Maybe draw away some of those Octobots.
I mean, any of us could cause a distraction. They just you set off an explosion, shoot something in there. They'll hear it and they'll come rolling.
All right. Does any of those? Yes. Does any of those booby traps that you have, are they timered or is it only proximity?
Yeah. We could. I could give you guys one of a timer and then use that, and then lie in wait, or just use the cloaking thing and hide from them.
No, give me one of those. Give me one of those timers. I'll take it to the bay, set it to go off. It goes off, draws them out. We swoop in. We can take the control room.
Right.
What do you think?
Right. That sounds like a plan to me.
Fremont.
While Danny's talking to Kane, I am going to try and read his mind, kind of sift through his surface thoughts, see if I can find anything. Either way.
Sure thing.
Again.
Do you get to have a roll on this?
Yeah, it's a psi versus mental defense.
Beautiful.
All right, and that is going to be telepathy. So it's 2d6, 5d6. Oof, it's a lot.
15.
Oops.
It's okay. Where previously there was no resistance to your mental defense with Danny, he was really quite an open book. Now, whether it's the helmet that he's wearing or the boot camp, the weekend retreat that he's gone to, something that there's a bit more mental defense there. He has some more mental acuity. He's leveled up. And you can't read his mind. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or if that's something disturbing.
Yes. So Judge Kane's going to go and set the explosive.
Yeah, I'm going to go to one of the other bays and set a timer to go off. Just give me like enough time to get back to the control room.
Actually, Judge Kane, do you want some cover just in case?
Well, sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Judge
like.
Ferry, keep an eye on Danny. Make sure he doesn't do anything.
Right, well. So tell me a bit more about those camps. When is the next one?
We've got a calendar here. There's actually a Slack. I'll get you in there. So as Judge Fair and Danny talk about the Slack space that they use to coordinate the weekend retreats for the Hall of Justice, let's follow Judge Kane and Judge Fremont for a brief moment. The two of you alone head back to the docks. What are you doing?
I'm going to go. I'm going to head to one of the docks that our lawmasters are not in, so that we have a clear. Hopefully have a clear path back. So yeah, I'm just going to try to go to one, on the other side of the control room or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, just get there as soon as possible. And I'm going to set the charge up near the door entering it, so when it explodes, hopefully it will damage the door to further delay the response to it. But that's what I was thinking just off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Give me see if you just give me a stealth check to head over to the other docks, potentially passing by some robots and cameras and the like. Nice, yeah. It's easy for the two of you to avoid the cameras on the way and any robots guards that you see. They do have a few patrols, not just of Octobots, just sort of warrior bots that are sort of patrolling around, not aware yet that you guys are here, obviously, but still on their determined routes. You get to the docks. You have the bomb that's essentially just a bomb that Denny's given you, and it has a timer for 1 minute on it.
Okay. Now, as a judge, I'm pretty intelligent with certain things. Looking around the docks here, is there anything here that not necessarily is explosive, but will create a lot of smoke and a lot of like just further distractions? Anything to slow them down? You know what I mean?
Give me a logic check. Yeah.
Okay.
Something that you could.
So I do have engineering. Also.
Yeah. You can use that as an extra.
All right, that'll get me to
addition
5.
to your pool.
15.
There is some. You're looking to sort of make the explosion bigger. Is that what the aim is?
Well, not necessarily bigger, but when it explodes, it just creates a lot of smoke and just cover, and just so that like when they get here, they're having to look around. They can't really tell what's in the dock. You know what I mean? Just to further slow them down. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, just like a bunch of like copper wiring and stuff like that, just to like add to the blaze and to make it harder for them to put out. You can definitely sort of repurpose some bits that are just lying around in the docking bay to move closer to the explosion. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to kind of put it around the thing and then get the timer ready to go and look in the area that Fremont is and be like, "Are you ready?"
I'm ready.
You look ready. And then he hits the timer, and I'm gonna hustle back, double time it back to the control room.
Alrighty, both of you, as you are setting off these explosives and trying to get the hell out of Dodge before they go up, could roll me a athletics-based check to rush out of this place in time.
Okay.
All right. I am going to use
another agility?
one of my luck points.
Agility. Sorry. Yeah. So many games, so many skills.
Okay. I got a 16.
Okay, nice.
Oh boy.
What'd you get?
Fremont, no!
10. No. I explode. No.
Immediately, as you guys rush out of here, the doors, as soon as the explosion's about to go off, Fremont's by the door and isn't quite far enough away out of the blaze, out of the sort of radius of the explosion to be fully away from the force of it, and gets thrown into and towards Judge Kane by the force of the explosion coming from behind her. The docking bay goes up, alarms start rolling off, and you hear the sound of robots drawing closer to the area. Judge Fremont, you lose 2 points of health from the explosion.
All right,
so not too bad, but still a little pain there. What do you guys do once you're sort of out of the immediate room?
Is Fremont's stealth suit still working properly?
Yep, the suit still works.
Okay, that's a good thing at least. Are there any kind of schematics for like air duct systems here? I mean, is this one of those things where this is a big
you can definitely air duct it.
Yeah, let's jump in the ducts. It'll probably be easier to get back. And I'm gonna grab the nearest grate and pop it off.
All right.
Okay. Both of you, as you're squeezing through here, roll me just a stealth check, agility based, to avoid the oncoming robots and get up there in time. It's probably one of those things where one of you lets the other up, and then you're reaching down for the other one.
I have two more.
Robots
I have
get
two
in
more. D6. I have
nice.
3 more.
Oh yeah, you're sneaky.
Thank God I have that stealth suit.
Please roll.
Okay.
It's coming in handy.
18. Whew.
Ooh, that's nice. And Judge Kate on the 17. So the two of you managed to, hit one another up and pull the other one up into the vent and escape into the ventilation system. Over the comms, you hear Denny saying, "You guys okay? You guys out of there?"
Yeah, we're in the vents. We're heading back. Has it cleared out the control room? Any of those Octobots moving?
Yeah. There's only one left inside there. I think we can
still
take
have
it.
the one you're controlling.
Yep, still got the one. So we got some good odds.
All right. Yeah, we'll be back ASAP.
Okay.
Just Fremont grabs like Kane and just like keep an eye on him. Try to read his mind.
Don't you worry. And
He seems to have blocks up. I don't know what he's hiding.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we should go to one of those weekend camps and find out what they're doing to our judges. And
I would be curious.
Kane goes back to crawling through the shaft and mumbling to himself like John McClane.
Yep.
Meanwhile, fair with Denny. Come on, Denny. These are very good cookies. You cannot hide the recipe from me.
Oh,
You need to tell me your secret. What is it?
It's I appreciate it, but I gotta say, this was really a group, collective effort. All of us there on the Sunday afternoon baking session that we all got up to. After the LAN party, all of us got pretty hungry, so we decided to do a little bake, wake and bake.
They really taste great. Do you put anything special in them?
Just some painkillers.
Oh.
I mean, it just helps the flavor. I mean, it burns out the actual painkiller from when you bake it. As I understand it, the actual painkillers are dissolved. Like when you cook alcohol, and there's no more alcohol on it. It's just water left, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure pills work that way if you can't evaporate the alcohol out, Denny.
Tell me, Denny, this recipe, would Walter have given it to you?
Yeah, no, he helped. Yeah, he helped. He's there. I mean, he's a guy organizing the whole weekend retreats. It feels like sometimes.
How many of these has Judge Fair eaten? How many of these, quote unquote, baked out like paint?
We call them edibles.
That's
at the weekend retreat. It's because they're edible. You can eat them.
Oh no!
Tall glass.
He was doing so good. He was doing so good. Like
he almost got his 10-day chip.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, no. So the group of you rendezvous.
Kane comes out of the vent mumbling to himself, "Come up to the coast, have a few laughs," and rejoins.
Yep. You've suddenly got like a sci-fi lighter. You're not sure why. It's just there. Kane's not wearing it. His shirt's changed color now.
It's a white wife beater, and he's just like...
I'm pretty sure Fremont's just getting all these like thoughts and like angry thoughts just like in her head, just coming off of like Kane. It's like
oh, it's just pure anger. Yeah. Yes,
okay.
He's been on edge since we rejoined. I mean, he's been on the front lines for 2 fucking weeks, so
yeah,
he does not have any nerves or fucks left to give. So
all right, that's how we need him. That's how we need him.
Yep.
All right,
exactly.
So we'll rejoin. All right, y'all ready?
Let's do it.
So, Denny, I think maybe we should sick the Octobot on other Octobot. If y'all want to take bets, go for it. I'll look the other way this one time.
You guys want to? Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Well, I'll be busy on the computers and stuff. You guys keep an eye out in case those Octobots that we sent over there come running back. We can try and seal the door. Yeah, so.
Should seal the door. Set one of your booby traps outside the door.
Yes.
Judge Bear,
okay.
You and I with the rifles. Let's try to take out as many of the robots in there as possible.
Let's do
Fremont, since you're invisible, why don't you hang back, cover us, see who if we miss anybody, take them out before they get us.
All right, I'll keep you on comms. In case I see
I have
something.
a few cookies and I'm starving.
No more cookies for no more
They
judge.
make me hungry. Hungry for justice.
Mm-mm.
Well, about to get a belly full.
All right. So you burst through into the room. The Octobots are already fighting one another. Denny begins to set up a booby trap outside while the group of you secure the perimeter. And then Denny moves towards the computer station. He says, "Okay, it's gonna take me a little while." And of course, like the Octobots are fighting right now, and they're like, "Kill the fleshy ones! No, you are the fleshy one." Back and forth. Let's banter. You guys are taking bets right now. It seems like a friendly rivalry, but it's gonna take me a minute to just start the storm. And once it's started, they're gonna come down on us like a metaphor, like a barrel of, I don't know what comes down on stuff. Like the law, like the law. Come
Like
down on her
justice.
come down on like justice. Yes, like a gavel. Of
Yes.
goodness. Okay, I'm getting stuck up in this metaphor. I've got to get to work.
I'm sure they'll cover that next week's camp.
I like that.
Yeah.
You're stuck
If,
inside a metaphor.
If Denny can't see me, I'm just basically being like hovering over his shoulder, and just kind of keeping an eye on him while keeping watch for more robots.
Yeah, Danny starts to hack into the computer system, and you hear this sort of loud, resonating thrum of engines on the station being kicked into gear that weren't being kicked into gear before, almost like thrusters on a spaceship. And you can feel the electricity in the air, just the static from it becoming thick and heavy, like the moments before a storm when you get that really sort of broody atmosphere. Below you, of course, you're in a glass chamber, so you can see everything around you. You see the storm, like black clouds being artificially created in this vortex beneath you while the two Octobots fight. Denny, he's wired into the mainframe now, and you can see a bunch of big screens which have the CCTV of the station, and you see the Octobots having investigated the source of the fire, and they're dousing it with their octo limbs, from which pours forth water. But they are quickly coming back to their positions at this point, and then he says, "Okay, it won't be long. I've got the booby trap on the door, but if you guys could hold them up a little bit while I'm working on this, it would be greatly appreciated."
We'll do that. And
see
Kane
him.
will take a position to cover the hallway that they're going to come back on.
Okay, are you guys looking to dive into cover? Are you going to stand in the doorway and be there to meet them in melee? What's the plan in terms of getting ready for the oncoming assault on Justice?
Is there a way to have the door only partially open?
Yeah, sure. Like
So
the
that we
bottom
can
of it,
do-
or
Yeah. Is it like a vertical, or is it from the sides? Like, how does it open?
it's a vertical Indiana Jones style door.
Okay, well then, if we can just crack it on the bottom, and then Kane will just like lay down with the rifle, low
That's
low
dope,
profile. Yeah, and just get ready. And also, he'll have his grenades next to him to just kind of throw out in the hallway. But just kind of be back away from the door itself by about 15 feet, just so he's not near the explosion from the booby trap.
Well, I guess we're
Yeah.
side by side, or is there two doors?
Just one door that they're coming through at this point.
Oh well, we're side by side, same position, so it's nicely covered.
Absolutely. Okay. As they approach the door, you hear them rolling along, and then Denny's explosion goes off outside, and there's smoke everywhere, as they've clearly tripped over a wire and set off the detonator. A few moments later, the dust clears a little bit, and you looking underneath the door can see the Octobots coming through, and they start to assault the door itself. It's time to roll initiative, because you're about to get some shots in here. So, as a reminder, that's intuition plus tactics in this game. Haha, I'm remembering rules. Look at me now, Mum.
I am super proud, Will.
Oh my god, you sound just like the same sarcastic tone. This...
Super sad.
Oh, I'm dead inside. Let's see. A 13 for our Octobus. Judge Kane.
Inside of you with Judge Fair. We got Will. Thanks for being inside of me, Will.
Anytime, man. If I had $1.
Whoa.
So
This is a family stream, guys. Come on.
let's see, Judge Kane. What is your initiative roll here, my friend?
I got a 16.
City, beautiful. Judge Fair, what's your initiative roll?
13.
13. Judge Fremont, what is your roll?
15.
Oh wait, I got an extra dice. Actually, sorry.
Oh, roll it.
Hey,
16.
there we go.
16.
Hey.
16. And okay, you can decide between yourselves, Judge Fair and Judge Kane, which one of you wants to go first.
You first.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a shot under the door, whatever part is exposed on the front bot.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. That's a crit, baby.
Damn.
Oh
nice.
shit, it is.
Oh,
Six
shit.
sixes.
Ooh.
Yes.
The devil.
The devil is gonna have his due. So yeah, these rifles, they do 2d6, right? Or is it 3d6?
I don't even remember what one you're using.
2d6.
2d6.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Magna Pulsar, the Ion, yeah, they do 2d6. Okay. So that is 4. So that is going to be 14 damage.
14 damage on
Ion damage.
the Octobots and a crit, should be noted. So there are 3 Octobots. They have been devastated by the explosion which Denny has put against them, and now this shot coming from underneath the door penetrates into one of the Octobots in its lower limb and sets it on fire, and this thing is just burning from the inside now.
Question, Will.
Dope. Yes.
I thought you said originally that there were only 3 in the room itself.
Yes, and then one's inside. Yes, 2 Octobots, you're right. Math is
Okay,
very
cool.
difficult for me.
No. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't have 3 out there. I thought we only had 2.
Amongst
So
other
otherwise-
aspects of my childhood, math also challenged me. So, yeah, that's a fine hit from Judge Kane. So, Judge... Oh, actually, if you have another action, Judge Kane, you can use that.
Oh,
Unless you aimed, in which case...
I didn't say I aimed. I didn't take the aim
Yeah,
action.
yeah.
So I can take
Yeah.
another shot? Fuck it. Does a 15 hit?
15... Let's see. 15 does hit.
All right, another 9 on top of that. Just kind of lit off.
Nice. Yeah, into the Octobot. And he is not having a good day at all today. And being an Octobot is usually a good time to be alive, especially right now. Okay, so you shoot him twice. Judge Fair. Your fellow judge has sunk 2 rounds into one of the beasts. What do you do?
What do I have left to shoot?
There are 2 Octobots still coming. They're underneath the door, so you have to like get down to see their legs and shoot at them from there.
So I'm gonna shoot the first one. There you
Yeah.
go. 21.
21 is a hit.
2d6s. 6.
What's the damage on that?
2d6. So 6.
2d6. 6. Nice. Okay, are you blasting into the same one that Judge Kane has attacked, or are you looking to go for
Yep.
another one?
So, the same as
Beautiful.
Judge Kane.
Okay. This thing is close. It's close to breaking point now. Judge Fremont, what do you got for us?
All right, I'm gonna kind of get in.
Oh, you have another action.
yeah,
I always forget
yeah.
there are 2 actions in this game. I'm sorry, I'm so used to D&D.
22.
That's a hit.
And
Fine
a-
hit. Oof. All right. How does Judge Fair blast this first Octobot apart?
I need to prepare those things. I think the Judge Fair actually misses the robot and hits something controlling the door, and the robot is right under it, and the door's gonna step down and up just quickly, so not impacting the other robot, but this one's got his head smashed by the door. Some weird reaction to the electricity.
Nice. Very nice. Fremont, what you got?
I think I'm going to just have suppressing fire for my 2 judge friends that are up front. So what that's going to do, I think, is it gives them 1d6 to cover.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just kind of like peppering them with like electrical shots while hopefully
Nice.
they don't attack my teammates. I think that's it.
Okie dokie. Alrighty, that is. Let's see. Ooh. They're gonna try and bust through this door while you guys are. Well, he's gonna try and bust through the door. And on a. Holy mackerel, there's so many dice. 25. But no crits. Almost close to a crit. The Octobot blasts open the blast door to the weather control station that you're in and screams, "Death to the fleshy ones!" Sidebar, the 2 other Octobots, one of which is in your control, and the other one, which was fighting against each other, have their own like side quest happening right now. It's sort of a spin-off TV show where the 2 of them have become best buddies. So like a buddy cop Octobot thing that's happening. They're sort of out of the scene for now, but just having a good time. Don't worry about them. It's round 2. Kane, the Octobot is right in front of you. What do you want to do?
Kane is he's gonna stick to the plan, and he's just gonna kind of pop up on his knee. This thing's bearing down, and just pull the ion rifle up and fire off 2 shots because he knows he has Judge Fair right next to him, and it worked once, so hopefully it'll work again, and we can take this bad boy out. So that's a miss. I'm pretty sure a 10.
10 is a miss, unfortunately.
Well, you got the second action.
Yep.
Yep.
But for this one, I'm going to go ahead and spend a luck die, or spend a luck
Yep.
to get me another die on top of that, so I can roll 6. So that's a 15 and so 16 to hit.
16 is a hit.
Okay, so 7 damage.
Nice. Modest, but still gonna hurt. As you... It screams, "Death to the fleshy ones!" You sink one into it. I think you still have a second action, correct? Or
I missed on the first
Yes, because you missed the first one. Yeah, okay, good. You spelled out luck, yeah. Alrighty, Judge Fair. This thing is bearing down on Judge Kane, and you know the damage these things can do close up.
Cool. Did the storm start now? Oh,
The storm is beginning, but Denny's requiring some time to make
Cool.
it work.
okay. Shooting 20.
20 is a hit.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. Got another action.
20.
20 again, man.
And 9 damage.
Great rolls
again.
today.
A mighty 9 for all the critters out there.
Very nice. Yes, you sink it into 2 slugs into the Octobot, which recoils in pain, but it's still coming. Judge Fremont. Oh wait, Yeah, there's 2 actions. I was confused myself. Judge Fremont, it is your turn.
All right,
What would
yep,
you like to
I'm
do?
gonna just follow suit and take aim at that Octobot. And
Let's have it. Oh, 12 is a miss.
All right, second shot.
Dang.
That's much better. There we go.
21, it is a hit, and pretty close to a crit as well.
Yep, so close. 2d6 for electrical damage. Ooh, 9 electrical damage.
Okie dokie. Nice shot.
All
This
right.
thing is in pain. If robots can feel pain, this one would. I can feel pain. Octobots, fully unaware of what love or emotions are, slams into Judge Kane with all the force of an existential crisis, and it rolls a critical hit on 26. It rolled so well. 5 dice, 3 6s, one's a 5, the other one is a 3. For those listening on
Don't worry,
podcast,
Kate.
and it is.
I got regenerative drugs. I'm ready to give them.
Just ready to go. You're just so ready to go.
I thought you were a user, not a pusher.
Judge
Join
Fair
me
tries
on
to
the
throw
other
his
side.
body in the way, but yeah. Okay, it's 11 points. Sorry, plus 5. Shit, it's 16 points of damage, minus your soak, and you have a condition on you which is bleeding. So each round you'll take 1d6 at the start of your turn. You can spend an action to get rid of the condition, and I think you have to make a test to get rid of the condition. I have to see which kind of test you have to use.
Okay.
I'll look it up in a sec. This thing just slams into to Kane and almost knocks him off his feet. As despite being wounded, it is incredibly upset with you. It is Judge Kane's turn.
Okay. So yeah, Kane kind of gets slammed back against one of the consoles, and grabs his side, and he's just gonna like pick the rifle up like with one hand, and try to end this thing. So here we go. That's not gonna do it. 13? Does that hit?
13 does not hit.
He was about to drop the rifle and administer first aid. Instead, he's going to squeeze the trigger one more time.
Yes. Yes.
18?
18 is a hit.
And take 10 damage, please. If you don't mind, sir.
Wow, nice.
Yes.
Really nice. Really, really nice. Okay, this thing is not quite blasted apart with the retaliation from Judge Kane, but half of its face has been melted off by the force of your gun as its sort of head is ripped back with the force of it. You do take a d6 of bleeding. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to drop the rifle though, like just kind of like with the last bit of energy. So another 2. All right.
Gotcha. Alrighty, so that is Judge Kane is bleeding from this wound, even while he's shooting. Judge Fair, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna throw myself at Judge Kane.
no.
Don't worry, kid. I got you. I'm gonna activate my what's it called? Energy field. So it creates a bubble around me. So that's why I take Kane in a very close embrace. So both of us are protected from the robot. And my second action will be to, hey, take this. You will feel much better. Trust me. I know.
The Hall of Justice is downtown, but this hall is just us. And he takes it.
So you can roll 3d6 of regenerative health.
Okay. You want me to wait till my turn?
Nice.
I assume.
No, you were.
If you want to use the action to apply it, yeah, you can apply it to him, and you can roll it now. Yeah.
Fair, were you just giving me that, or were you applying it?
Yeah. No, I was stabbing you with it.
Okay.
Very enthusiastically. Join me.
Okay.
Oh
Like an
no.
EpiPen.
Oh.
We're the same, you and I.
No.
We're not so different. There's like a moment of like cosmically charged, like Judge Kate is super high and looks at Judge Fair and realizes this whole time that they were kindred souls.
So
I
now,
understand.
Oh no!
I'm gonna break the fourth
no.
rule. This is Judge Fett talking to you, Britt. You need to roll an addiction roll. It's a class 3 drug. I don't remember the
no.
rules, but that's where we're gonna get real close.
What have you done to me, Fair?
What's needed
I
to be
fixed
done?
you.
The law required.
Oh no!
Is that some kind of endurance roll or willpower? Which one
I
is
think
that?
it is endurance. We can go check addiction rules here and when you
crap.
have to roll it, because it could be that you roll it when you don't take it. Every drug is an addiction class.
As long as you take it,
I
you're
don't think Judge Kane's taken as much as Fair. I think Fair took a bunch of it at once, so I think Kane.
Yeah, the
should be
effect
okay.
begins when a character wakes that day and continues unless the substance is used. So you're going to have to roll the addiction roll tomorrow morning when you're not on the painkillers, basically.
All right.
If you fail it, you take more. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll worry about. Well, hey,
Naturally.
tomorrow's problems for tomorrow's me.
What I give
Exactly.
you,
That's how it is. That's what Judge Fair thought, and look where he is now.
He's sit here in a weather station in a Hawaiian shirt, getting me addicted to shit. That's where he is.
Yeah.
I got a condition, not a sin. It's not a crime.
I don't know. The law says different, Judge Fair.
Oh my-
If everyone is drugged, no one is a drug addict.
It's like the law is
That's
the
how
law
it
is.
works, Judge Fair.
It's not illegal to take the drugs. It's illegal to be addicted to them. Like that's the crime, the addiction.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Got
no.
pulled over
Alright.
for addiction. Yep.
Oh,
That is good. I forgot whose turn it is. That was Judge Fair's turn, I think. So Judge Fremont.
Kill this thing.
Judge Fremont is getting just a wave of really strange thoughts from in front of her from the
There's
wounded
a
judges.
nice
Like,
bubble with Kane and
I can read. You know, I can read your minds. This is not filling her with. She's not feeling particularly good at the
Feeling
moment.
great about it.
So she just stands up. Like she realizes the state that both of you are in, like high as shit, and like takes off, like clicks off her stealth shoe, stands up, and just like I'm over here, and just takes 2 shots at this Octobot. Hopefully,
As White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane starts up in the background.
you're gonna get Judge Fremont like high just by your weird like thoughts are going through here. Ugh. 14.
I don't know if you can tell
Ah.
what t-shirt I'm wearing. It's from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh my god.
Okay, cool. It's a. I'm looking for a
country.
15, so it's a
All right.
miss, Judge Fremont. Just
Second shot.
by a whisker.
Her.
Need this one to land.
Please.
That's looking good. It's looking
Okay.
good. 17
All
is a
right.
hit.
2d6.
Ooh. Oh, mama.
Oh, okay, good. 9 points. 9 points.
Okay.
Damage.
How does Judge Fremont take down the second Octobot?
She just kind of like just aims at it, just like takes a shot and just hits it in its little glowing eye piece, like repeatedly, over and over again.
Nice. Yeah, you shoot it and shoot it and shoot it until it's fucking dead. And then there's a sort of silence falls across the room as Denny's still all over the comms. The alarms are still blaring, and he's still trying to hack into the weapon control system. Beneath your feet, you see the black storm clouds gathering and growing larger and larger by the moment. And then he says, okay, that's... You guys okay? I'm almost done here, at least.
How
the
long,
first
Denny?
Stage. Give me 2 minutes, and then this will be finished. It's just a little line of coding that I got to do, and I kind of forgotten about how to do that because I keep getting distracted thinking about all of the weekend retreat things that I'm gonna do. Getting distracted again. Just gotta almost there.
Doesn't it have a class on focus at this? As he's like, by the way, Will, I'm using an action to stop bleeding. Pulling out my hypodermal spray to stop the wound.
Start spraying the blood down.
it's probably better for Dane that he's thinking about the treat and not immediately like, I'm gonna get killed out here. It's probably a better place for him.
Right. As you guys have a brief moment to catch your breath and recover here if you need any medical attention or cleaning up.
Come down a little bit from your whatever you two are doing. Are you all right?
What are you talking about?
You continue.
Everything's fine. Do you ever think maybe, Judge Fremont, that the world is just like, it's just here to test you and it doesn't all really matter, and maybe just in the next life that's what matters? I don't know,
Every damn day. Every damn day.
If Kane gets oddly, like, philosophical.
Yeah. She's just like, yeah, she has that stare just like every day.
It's just turning in an episode of that 70s shows.
Like, maybe this isn't even real. Like, what if this is just like a simulation,
This is hell. This is hell.
Yeah, what if the robot already took over? And we
What
don't
if
know
I'm
it.
just- What if we're all in just ISO cubes already, and this is what it's like to be in an ISO cube? I don't know, I've never
man.
met myself.
Was in there. I did
You see
time,
Freeman-
man. It was tough.
You just see Freeman just standing there, just staring off into the distance, just like.
Judge
Oh,
Kane
God.
grab a cat.
Y'all see this cat too, right? This isn't just me, is it?
No. No, God.
I see the cat, Kane. I see the cat.
God. Oh no.
They're in control.
No.
Denny finishes creating the storm and says, "Okay, it's ready to launch. You guys ready for me to press the big red button?"
I've never been more ready in my life, Denny.
Do it.
And
Okay.
I'm sorry about being hard on you earlier.
You what? No, that's fine. That's fine. No, I didn't feel you being hard on me at all. Honestly, I'm just glad we could all come together and do something as a group. Like a group. I just group activities.
You should have
Together.
one of those at your weekend retreat.
Just launch the sequence so you can enjoy yourself in one of your camps.
His fingers just wavering over the big red button. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, this weekend we could all go up together maybe and have some. Okay, yeah, it's my hand's going. And press the big red button. The storm is unleashed beneath you, and Denny sets back to work on controlling it. He says, "I'm gonna send it back to that big, the mall in 108 where they got that megabot before. So I'm gonna try and concentrate it first to try and blast out most of their high-value targets." And then you see something flashing up on one of the security monitors. We got bogeys, and you see coming in towards you that there are these two ships which are flying up towards the station and are looking to land in one of the 8 docking bays around. Presumably they have more robot warriors inside. She says, "Oh yeah, you guys are going to want to do something about that. There's a turret system not far from here. If you go up there where it says emergency staff only. If you go up by that door right there, inside there's a turret. You can turn on the turret. There's a green button that turns it on. Then get the targeting system online and try and shoot some of them out of the sky before they get here. That could be a plan. Or maybe we could just try and hole up in here and yep."
Judge
How many
Fremont
people
looks
does
at the
it
two
take
of
to
you.
work? How many
It just
people
says
does it
turret.
take to work this turret system?
Oh, I mean, so one person, maybe 2, to help with aiming.
Sorry, Freeman, you were saying?
Turret it is. Turret.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll go do it, Fremont. You want to watch? He kind of nods over at Denny.
Yes, I'll keep an eye on him.
All right. Well,
Make sure nothing
fair.
happens.
You're with me. Let's blow these suckers out of the sky.
Yeah, let's go.
We're the only ones that deserve to be this high right now. And he climbs over to the.
Clumsily, like,
I just watch you leave. It's like they're gonna.
you step on my
They're gonna die.
Okay, the two of you head off to the turret system, and you get to the turret itself, which is on a Millennium Falcon style swivel chair, and you see the two ships drawing closer like tiny ants through the sky, looking through. One of you is on a targeting system, presumably one of you is actually in the firing seat. How do you divvy that up?
You want to target, you want to fire fair.
But what are the skills used for either?
I mean, I have engineering, so maybe if that it would help with the targeting, probably.
Yeah. Yep. And any like
Okay,
gunnery stuff that you have as well.
Yeah. I'll get on the targeting if you want to actually pull the trigger.
Sure.
Sure. Okay, so would that be logic plus engineering, or?
Yeah, let's see about logic plus engineering, and yeah.
Alrighty.
I think for Judge Fair, it'll be like a intuition check, seeing as it requires perception. Oh, damn! That's a crit success for Judge K.
Ooh.
So you have
This
this thing
like this for the rest of the adventure.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. When you are super high, you are like super focused on moving targets, and you know exactly where they're going, and you just lock it in. Judge Fair, give me an intuition-based skill. Anything that you have assisting with firing,
Perception.
heavy machinery will definitely help you.
Oh.
Okay, but
Can
still,
I
Chris, you can use luck if you want.
Yeah, use luck then.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, come on.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, right, 14. So the shot fires out like a like an explosion from the turret on this system, and fires out towards the one of the encroaching ships, which Judge Kane has targeted out. It hits, but it's not the. It wasn't quite fired in time. I guess it was like the timing for Judge Fair didn't quite line up correctly. It buries itself into the side and blossoms out with a spray of white. You barely look at it, the force of the explosion. It's probably mostly a glancing hit. It hasn't destroyed the entire ship in one, but it has damaged whoever's inside of that. You've got time to take 2 more shots, and you can divide those up between which ships you're looking to take down. You've sort of wounded one. It's going to need at least another shot, well on target.
Let's take another shot at that wounded bird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so close.
What's that 13 I see?
Oh,
Where you
21.
clicking?
Oh, it looks like
21.
someone you just like dragged that 13 from before.
What?
You can just, yeah.
What's happening?
If you drag a dice roll, you can like bring it into a text
Okay.
box like so.
Well, I'm not touching anything.
That's me
What?
doing it. I'm just.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Okay.
saying you can like if you click
Okay,
on it and drag it back
I'm
in.
rolling my trigger pulling.
Okay, sweet.
Damn.
Wait, wow.
Oh,
So
21 and a 21. Nice. You pelt this ship with the second shot, and it fires right into the sort of center of mass of it, and you see the ship being torn apart by the force of this rocket that you send out, and the ship sort of tears itself apart and begins to fall very slowly, it looks like, towards the ground. One of them's down. You've got one more shot.
So Fair is
Well done.
tripping, is looking at the ship sinking in from the sky with the storm and thunder everywhere, and he's singing, "Judges on the storm, judges on the storm, into this block we're born, into this block we're low, like a creep without a drone and a mutant chromosome, judges on the storm."
Comms are open. Like, what is happening up there?
We're getting shit done, Fremont, and
Yeah.
targeting the last ship. Question, Will. With the targeting system, can we tell which bay that they are trying to go to?
Yes.
And is that bay within range of the targeting system itself?
Yes, it is.
Fair. What do you think about this? Well, how about we try to hit it just before it goes in the bay, so maybe we can throw its trajectory off, and even if we don't destroy it, perhaps it'll destroy itself in the bay. What do you think?
I think it sounds like a cunning plan.
All right. And so I'm gonna, Kane is gonna put in the calculations and everything to try to aim and hit this thing right as it's coming into the bay to throw off their landing cycle, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Give it a shot. It's gonna be a little harder,
21 to hit.
Well, actually, it's pretty good. It's gonna be a little easier because you're trying to just take down a moving, not non-moving object, but it's gonna require a little more force. It's the timing that's gonna be harder.
Nice.
Okay. I got a 21.
Okay,
Nice.
cool. Damage.
All up to the fair, man.
Okay, I'm gonna use a
Why don't you charge him the fair?
luck point, so it's gonna be 5 plus 1. Is a 5 is a plus 1.
Yeah, nice.
So 24.
Nice, nice. You, just perfect timing, the perfect shot. This missile heads towards the docking bay just as they're about to enter, and you see it sort of crunch, and part of the ship sort of comes apart with the force of the turret powers. Like some of the ceiling collapses in on it, and there is just dust everywhere. You're not sure if it totally exploded, but it did manage to get inside. You're not sure exactly what state they're in, but it's probably not a great one from in there. You hear Denny kind of call, "Oh boy, that was a good one right there." I was watching on my 7th monitor.
How's that weather coming along?
Oh, it's good. It's good. I kind of forgot about it, actually. I was just sort of watching you guys.
Yeah, that doesn't need to be the case right now, Denny. You need to stay on target.
Okay. I'm watching the CCTV here at Fremont, and looks like a couple of robots are getting out there. They're pretty shaken up, but some of them have survived. They're going to try and breach through our door over here. So if you guys want to come back over here to defend your old Captain Denny, then I'd appreciate it. Else I'm probably going to get killed. No offense,
Well, that would be a
Fremont,
true
it's just-
tragedy, now wouldn't it?
Yes. Yes, it would.
And start heading back towards the control room.
All right, we'll get ready
Okay,
down here.
All right, yeah. The group you join back together, and you have a couple of minutes before the last vestiges of the assault team from the ship try and take you out. What are you guys doing to prepare? I'll be back in 5 minutes. Just gotta take a quick fire break. So get to preparing.
All right, so I think this time, if there's a few robots left, we got these grenades, and we just do what we did last time, except with grenades this time.
Yeah.
Lift the door just a bit, roll them right under as soon as they clutter in front of the door. That's my nomination for a plan.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I can zap whatever survives that. Or after
Awesome.
that softens them up.
Again, it was like we were so synchronized. Did you see that? Perfect coordination.
Oh, Judge Fair, we were on the same wavelength there. I believe that we are speaking the same language.
Yeah, the language of justice.
Yes. The language of justice has just 1 or 2 sentences. Sorry. It's an easy language to learn. I mean, really, in the Judge Dredd system, it's literally like ISO cubes are death. There's literally only 2 sentences to pass, right? No, anyway. I think I need another beer. I'm going to be right back.
All right. You're doing so good.
Freeman,
You were doing so good.
Freeman,
Clean.
I think I'm developing. I should ask you later because I think I'm developing some psychic abilities here. Just like it's like I could read the mind of Kane. I'm sure I'm getting those abilities. They're growing on me.
She'll just
Can
look
you
at just,
can
like,
you
nod.
actually recognize other psychic? Do you have
Yes.
side
Yes, I
or
can.
something like that?
Well, I can tell if they're reading minds.
Can you tell if
I'm
I'm one?
I'm almost 100% sure that you are high as hell right now.
High on this on the scale of psychic people?
No, on the scale of that was a lot of painkillers, and now you have to go back into rehab again.
I didn't take any painkillers. I gave them to. Look, I still got them. Got 2 of them.
Mm.
I only gave 1 to Kane.
Yeah. I mean, Judge Fremont, we are at about 10,000 feet, so, I mean, we're all a little high.
Yes.
Yeah, there's something in the air. So this Womack, what's his deal? I mean, why is he doing all of that? Oh, we got a connection, Kane, but I cannot hear you anymore. I don't know what's going on.
Sorry about that.
Faulty helmet.
My comms were on the fritz.
Comms.
Womack was, he's probably pretty pissed that I put him in the cubes. So I'm not sure what happened to him there. Obviously something. He didn't have all those cybernetic enhancements back when I knew him. He's been changed. He's been brainwashed.
Finally catch him again. Sentence death? Alright.
Oh, yeah, that man is seeing no. The only cube he's going to see is the box we put him in.
That's good to hear.
I cannot see anything. My visor is
Oh, no.
so long.
It's like
So covered in like
like-
sweat
like-
and fog.
yeah.
Like it's
Oh.
pathetic. Like I literally
Oh.
can't see anything.
Oh no.
It's too warm here. I was sweating in mine, so I can see okay in it now.
Yep, I think we finally hit like 90 degrees here in Austin. So
Oh
yeah.
no. Oh.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What is this 90-degree nonsense? You're
Oh,
almost at the
I
point of
I don't
boiling
know.
water. You know, the scientific stuff like 100 degrees boiling water, not the
Yeah, almost there.
temperature of a big fat beef.
like 44 Celsius, something like that. Anyway,
No, I don't
It's
think
hot.
so.
hot.
44.
It's damn
44
hot.
Celsius. There's no
I don't
such
know.
thing as 44 Celsius.
44 Celsius? That's fucking hot.
Yeah, I don't know what the conversion is for between the two.
It's 100 and,
I-
111
I know, it's-
Fahrenheit. It could be 111.
It's
Well, it's
been
90 here.
90.
So
Okay.
It's 30. 30 is also.
it won't be 111 in
Anyway.
Austin for another month.
Ugh. Ugh.
Oh, something to look forward to, eh?
That's not a
Yeah.
joke. That's real.
That's yeah.
That's something to cry about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, sorry for the break. Let's jump back to it. So you've got the fences ready. The bots are coming in towards the doors. What kind of defenses did you set up? Just in brief, while I was AFK there for a second.
So I think what we want to try to do this time is same as before, except with grenades instead of guns. We're going to wait till they clutter up outside the door, just
Nice.
raise it up a little bit, and roll a few grenades underneath, and see what that does.
Okay. As they are coming, the three of you can make. Let's see. What kind of rolls do you need to make a grenade chuck? Probably an agility-based one. Yeah, it's dexterity. So three of you make dexterity-based checks if you have anything that helps with throwing grenades. Now would be the time.
Nope.
Nope.
Up, rolling. 9.
Oh damn.
7. Ooh.
Oh,
So close. So close.
6, 6, and 5 for Judge Fremont. Yeah.
Ah no.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. All three of you can roll the damage on those.
Okay.
Except for sorry, Judge Fair. Did you roll a 9, or is the 5 added onto that? Okay, the 9 is a miss, but the 17 and the 19 are hits. So the two of you can roll damage on the Grenadios.
Sweet. 6.
Okay. So it's 2d6.
Alrighty. 2d6, so 6 and a 6. You chuck the grenades under the doorway as they're coming, and sort of close your eyes and plug your ears for a second as the explosion goes off. As that happens, you see these like red alarms start blaring up on Denny's like security cameras and computer system he's got up here. You've blown up the robots, but Denny starts to panic with a sweat on his face. He says, "Oh boy, okay, did not expect that. That was bad." So, good news is the storm I have finished and it's set to go. The bad news is I think this place is going to come down in a matter of moments.
Well,
Yep.
then let's get back to the Lawmasters.
Oh boy. Yeah. He stands up. Okay, we gotta run. We gotta run.
Okay. And Kane's going to shoulder his rifle and pull out his lawgiver and go ahead and be like, "Hi, X," and just go ahead and get ready to.
Yeah, like Fremont putting like kind of holstering her logger for a moment and just like heading out as well.
Okay. Yeah. You come outside into the wreckage, and there are still a few like slightly moving robots, like with just their torsos left crawling along the floor that you can just finish off with a slug to the face as they die. There she was. And begin your sprint back to the Lawmasters, which is a little ways. I'm going to need the group of you as you are trying to get back to your mobiles. I guess it is an endurance test because this requires stamina to keep running.
Ooh, but I have skill running also.
Oh, you're running
I'm
man.
still in running.
I'm gonna use my last luck point.
Oh my God, you're the fastest man.
No.
I either roll amazing or I miss.
There's no in between. Yeah, there's no. Oh, he just made it. Okay, a 23 for Judge Kane, a 14 for Judge Fremont, and a 9 for Judge Fair. So as a group you are running, Judge Fair begins to sort of lag behind the group, and this whole place, you can feel the pressure of it building and building, and cracks in the glass begin to appear as the storm below is growing quite turbulent, and you hear a crackle of thunder and lightning below you. You're gonna need to help out Judge Fair here before he brings you all down.
Okay, Kane will get to a corner and kind of glance back to check on everybody, see that, and he'll kind of do the whole like, come on, and like usher everyone past, and he'll help Judge Fair as Judge Fair did help him earlier, and assist him back to the bikes.
Fantastic. Cool. I will let Judge Fair give us another roll with an additional D6 here.
Oof. Nope.
Leave me. I can take them. Save yourself.
Wait, but didn't you get an additional D6?
Yeah, but I used a luck point for my previous roll. So
That's
right.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
This is why the drugs are sticking, because the endurance is low.
Wait, you only have a 2 endurance?
Pretty. He's our recruitment thing.
Yeah, Judge Fair is like falling behind. He's slowed while Judge Kane's trying to like soldier carry with the the armor over his shoulder to get towards the bay. The bay is in sight, and Judge Fremont and Denny are on their own Lawmasters at this point. What'll the two of you do?
Damn it, not on my watch. And I'm going to try to pick Judge Fair up. I mean, I have a low center of gravity and I'm pretty strong. So I'm literally just going to fireman carry.
Samwise Gamgee him. Give it a strength check.
You carried me this far, Mr. Fair. No, I can't.
Mr. Weta.
High ass.
The great thing is that this whole thing could totally be within their own imaginations. Like,
Yeah, it's just like it's just like it's like a hallway. It's not even like that far. It's like, it's going so slow.
They're just like pouring at the wall, the drilling. And shit. This wall feels furry. Luckily though, Judge Kane throws Judge Fair over his shoulders and heroically pushes through to the bay and jumps on his. Do you set him on his own bike, or are you two riding out together?
No, I literally throw him over the back of my bike and hop on there and just like take off, and they can bill me for the other Lawmaster.
Well, we can set it in automated also.
Yeah, we've been setting Judge Fair's like Lawmaster on like auto the entire time.
Okay, I'll just throw him on his bike and just say drive home, and then hop on mine.
He hasn't driven his own Lawmaster for like
Lassie.
a week.
You speak to the Lawmaster like it's Lassie. Go home, boy.
Go home.
Go home, find your own way home now.
You can do it.
Okay, I need everybody to give me it's agility, I think, for riding Lawmasters. It is, yes.
Riding, okay.
Agility riding test.
4. Come on.
Judge Fair, I'll give it to you. You'll get an extra dice on this because it is on autopilot. I think he's lagged out. No, is he gone?
Oh no,
He's not moving. We've
Not moving.
broken him.
He's
not moving.
He's
stuck.
We'll get his roll in a minute. We'll see what happens to Judge Fair momentarily. It's its own like spin-off adventure at this point. What happens to Judge Fair? But Judge Kane and Fremont, you ride out of here. I'm going to give Denny a roll as well. He's pretty good at rolling rating. So, oh man, almost a crit. Yeah, Denny's out of here. He really has a fine handle over anything mechanical. And as the station sort of like crushes in on itself and is overwhelmed by the force of the storm, the electro storm which you've created, you guys descend down into the clouds trying to escape the storm. And Isaac Gallen just messaged us in our group chat and said the internet died. Oh no. And you don't see Judge Fair in the storm.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He's doing his own side adventure, Fairweather Judge.
Yeah. It went home. It didn't mean like Holly Chestnut's home. It went home.
To its home planet. Its home planet needed him.
My people need me. Damn it. Gotta get Judge Fair back. I can't lose another one.
No.
But that would mean going back into the eye of the storm. It's crazy, says Danny.
Damn, you can track the Lawmaster once.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
There he is.
trying to
There he is.
hail him, like
There he
track
is.
him.
What happened? I zoned out for a while.
It was so far. Judge Fair, give me an agility for riding your Lawmaster.
Oh no.
And you
do
do
it.
get a bonus die because it's on autopilot.
Oh
It's
my
bonus die,
god.
it's a minus.
9.
So
Yeah.
I'll go as canonic. Judge Fair is nowhere to be seen. Somewhere in that storm.
Damn it!
On the
Fremont.
floor.
Get the captain
Yes.
back. And Judge
On
Kane
the
is gonna
floor.
he's gonna wheel his Lawmaster around and try to go wrangle the wayward judge.
Okay.
Carry on, wayward judge.
So
Carry
on my
wayward storm.
sounds to me like you're gonna need to find Judge Fair, which sounds to me an awful lot like a perception check.
It does.
Perception check.
Modified by, is that logic or intuition?
I will find it on my list.
Well,
It
either way.
Perception is intuition.
Okay, well that gives me 5. 22?
Yeah, almost.
22. You see Judge Fair, who's currently just like sitting on his Lawmaster in the middle of a storm, like Harry Potter bewitched by a Dementor at a fucking Quidditch match. About to fall off the thing.
We're gonna have to delete the Lawmaster's like log, like visual like recording of this. This can't.
It can't survive.
This can't happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna basically, swoop up from below in case he does fall. But basically, I'm gonna try to swoop by and pick his ass up and put him on my bike. Like, we just need to take all kind of decision making out.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a agility to steer yourself over and steer him out of there.
You can use luck after the fact or before?
You can use after, I think. That's how we've been playing it, at least.
I think 19 is probably good.
19 is damn good. Judge Kane, like the Quidditch master he is, swings himself over to Judge Fair. Are you going to try and like ride his bike out with him or like tow it away, or are you trying to grab him onto your Lawmaster?
Oh no, I'm doing the whole pick him up by the nape of his neck and put him on my bike. Like, I'm just...
God damn it.
Yeah. Like I said, the Hall of Justice can bill me for his law now.
Come close to me.
All right, you leave the Lawmaster behind as you grab him. I'm king of the world.
Oh no!
The two of you ride to freedom as the storm gathers momentum, and the three of you leave it behind and head back to the Hall of Justice. The ride back is an interesting one, certainly for Judge Fair, who's really enjoying himself right now.
Yeah,
and also to be fair, Judge Keen, you're also super high.
yeah.
I grab Keen.
You are the only two that are enjoying, like, just pretty much just like.
I grab Keen and I'm like, did we make it? Did we accomplish the mission? Is Mega City 1 saved?
Yes, you did.
Oh yes, it's partly cloudy with a chance of justice.
Checkmate, Warmack.
Oh, I think we'll see him again. Don't you worry about that.
Absolutely. Wow. Well, as the three of you sail to justice, having saved Mega City 1? Suddenly you've unleashed an electric storm.
No. If it doesn't work, this was not our idea. That was Denny's idea. Captain Denny.
100% Captain Denny's move.
He's gonna be promoted.
He's about to be. He's about to become Colonel Denny for saving the city.
Judge Denny.
You return triumphant to Mega City 1, and I think at that point is a perfect note to end today's session on of Judge Dredd, Assault on Justice. Oh boy!
Oh my god!
What 3 hours just races. This game.
At the beginning of this campaign, I thought it was going to be us having to rein in Judge Judy. I was 100% wrong. 100% wrong.
Who could have seen this coming? Really? None of us. No one could have seen this coming. It's it's no one's fault per se.
The fingerprint was set up of countermeasures for Judge Judy. She can be the worst judge of us if
No.
we are even worse.
No, there's a whole list of judges in front of her now. Like we have like
She cannot
many.
be the worst if we are the worst.
If it's a race to the bottom, it's one we're going to win.
Oh God.
I can't wait to
Can
make
we-
my roll to see
Wait,
if I'm
wait, wait.
addicted.
Before
Yeah.
before
Oh
we
yeah.
leave,
Maybe we should. Yeah. Yeah.
can
You
we
wanna go
roll
with
for his
roll?
addiction?
How much?
Yes, it's really addiction.
How much does Judge Fair have to roll against? Because I think Judge Fair has had so
It's
many.
willpower, and for every class of drug, it's a step harder. It's a bit harder. So it's class
So
3
it's
drugs.
3
so
class. 3 class.
yeah,
Class 3.
It's 3 steps harder.
All right, here we
Because
go.
the one I took was class 1.
15?
Oh.
You're so disappointed by that. You really want a
He just-
drug addict.
He wanted to.
Oh,
He wanted.
that is
Is it
a
addiction, buddy?
success. And I
Addiction,
should
buddy.
note that Judge Kane rolled 5 dice and got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5 on it, which
5.
has to count for
Great.
something. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Judge Kane, you did not become addicted to the painkiller, seeing as you only had to take 1 dose of it. Not yet. Yes, addiction is always just one step away in the
gonna push
world
you-
of making city one.
He's gonna push you into the line of fire so he can administer more painkillers.
Uh-huh.
That's how it's gonna
Addiction
be.
is always one step down the road.
Absolutely.
God.
Well, my friends, we're going to have to wait a step down the road for next week's episode. Oh boy. Next week, of course, Friday at 5 p.m. is when we start our Judge Dredd Assault on Justice game. We're going to be back next week for the next episode. And of course, we're sticking around here on Encounter Roleplay for the next episode was Whitehander Blackhearts. So stick with us here on the channel and we'll be back with you in a few minutes' time. But let's go around to cast the crew. Did we enjoy ourselves tonight? Where can we find you online? Pruitt, great job tonight as Judge Kane. Welcome return. How was that for you?
It's so good to be back in the judge's helmet. It's pretty awesome. I do love, if everybody notices here, I got some awesome battle damage here. It's anyway, sorry, I love showing it off. It's great. I cannot
Can
wait.
you walk with it in the street without?
No, I can't see shit. My visor is literally fogged over with sweat and anyway, so I can't see anything. That's why if you see me, I'm doing this. It's because I'm actually looking at the screen. So yeah, it's great to be back. I can't wait till next week and see how this all shakes out. Hopefully we can get Judge Judy back into the mix and see who is the worst judge. I have some suspicions and a bet ready. But until then, I am Pruitt, one half of WebDM. You can check out our videos on YouTube where we do D&D, tabletop role-playing game advice videos. We just did one on goblins. I can't remember what the one next week is. Otherwise, I would give y'all a preview. But we also have games on Tuesday and Thursday on our Twitch channel, and I'm also here on Wednesdays for Cult Divinity Lost, which is also another awesome game. But until then, everybody stay on the straight and narrow because there's a judge out there with his eye on you, and you don't want to end up in the cubes or worse.
Absolutely. Oh boy. Judge Fair. Callum, how was that tonight for you?
It was great. I must say, nothing of what's been happening in the last session has been planned by me, really. I wanted to play fair in a much straight way, but I don't know. It's quite nice. I find riding there's sort of a weekend at Bernie's feel when I ride my low master nowadays. So I won't be here in the mix next Friday, sadly. I'm on holiday with my family. I hope you will have fun regardless. I am Callum from the Erase Podcast. Please check the show. I'm about to release a full recording of the first of the 2 Critical Role panel in London. So not the whole cast, but everyone but Laura and Travis were in London and they gave a panel. I recorded it and it's going to be out soon. In the meantime, there's an episode already with a lot of critters at MSM London Comic Con. Please go check also, I'm going to put the hashtag in the chat, Academic Online on Twitter. It's going to be an online convention in July, I think. And maybe Will, you considering joining us?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to what you were saying. I have to rudely admit that I was totally looking at something else.
I've been doing that most of the session. I was talking about Academic Online organized by the RPG Academy, which is an online convention, and I was saying maybe you will be joining.
Yes. I may very well be involved in that. TBD. Cool.
So anyone can join. Suggest to Game Master a table and join one as player. So go ahead. It's an online convention. It's a lot of very friendly people. Passing on to Judge Freeman.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Judge Freeman, Sean, how was that tonight for you two?
It was a lot of fun. I'm glad that Judge Freeman's kind of the straight and narrow judge now, I guess. God help everybody.
I cannot wait for you to get shot and me being close to you to heal you.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's no danger in like making a side judge incredibly high. Can't wait. Yep, Flying Serious, Shauna, I have a pin tweet with all the games I played throughout the week. And occasionally post art there as well. And on Saturdays, it's Hell's Rebels, play a Glamour Bard, starting a revolution in Hell City, Power Scar RPG. It's been great. Yeah.
Fantastic. Awesome. Well, my friends, we'll be back with, I think Judge Judy will be back with us next week as well, which is exciting to see where her developments have led her. But that'll have to wait for a week. We'll be back with Zweihander in just a few minutes, to stick around for the Black Arts. It is our penultimate session, and I'm particularly stressed and anxious about this one, but excited. It's technically my birthday in the UK right now. Huh, fancy that. I'm 23 in one time.
Happy birthday from London.
Appreciate it. So I'm going to go celebrate by running a grimdark fancy roleplaying game here. We'll see you guys in a minute. Until next time, try not to roll too many nat ones. We want to be laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye.